All right. Well, thank you all for coming to Community Cooking with the Co-op, starring Jamar Ruff, outreach coordinator at the Coos Head Food Co-op. Tonight, Jamar's going to be making a stuffed acorn squash, which looks amazing if you've seen his demo he already made. Also tonight, Jamar and the Co-op are supplying free 5 1-pound bags of Cafe Mom coffee. And those are going to be awarded to the best 5 plating pictures. Tell them why, Jamar.
Okay, if you have been following these cooking classes, you know one of my main things is cooking is eating with your eyes, and that is an important thing that we stress when it's time to plate. So if you can bring that to your plating tonight, you will be entered into winning a free 1-pound bag of Cafe Mom coffee. It's a breakfast blend. It's so good, so good.
Yeah. Additionally, the Co-op is also offering everybody here 20% off herbs and spices, Jamar?
Yeah.
So for those of you that want the 20% off, all you have to do is use the chat box at the bottom and private message Zion or volunteer, Zion Valet, private message in the chat box your email to her, and she's going to email you the coupon you can take into the Co-op and get the 20% off with. Is that good through December?
So it expires December 23rd. So you can either, and it's a one-time only, so you can use it to buy your bulk seasonings for Thanksgiving, or you can use it to buy your bulk seasonings for Christmas. But you have the opportunity to pick those days. So.
Or ultimately, you could buy your seasoning for this program, right?
Yeah, yeah.
Awesome. I think that's all we had, right?
Yes.
So I'm going to kick it over to Jamar. It's all yours, sir.
Okay. Well, thank you all for joining. Tonight we are doing stuffed acorn squash. So I love stuffed acorn squash. Has become one of my favorite things to do. It is really easy to prepare, and it's something that I did not grow up with. So when I got older and I was able to cook for myself and experiment in the kitchen, this is one of the things that I fell in love with. And stuffing anything can kind of become super complex because it becomes where we're grabbing so many ingredients, to stuff something with. So what I thought about is how to simplify it and just let the ingredients stand on their own. So tonight we have mushrooms. We'll be roasting walnuts. We'll be sauteing mushrooms with bell pepper, leeks, shallots, and we have tempeh as well. And so those are really simple. And then with the seasonings, we have, I didn't use fresh garlic, but if you want to use fresh garlic, it's a 1-to-1. We have garlic granules. We also have smoked paprika, a little cumin, some coriander, pepper, and salt. Salt is optional. Through this whole cooking experience, what we're going to be doing is tasting our food the whole way through. So low sodium, but let's start with actually preheating our ovens to 400 degrees. So while we're prepping, our oven can be preheating. Okay. Is everyone there yet?
Everyone good? Any questions?
Okay. Let me know if I'm moving too fast.
I will. Throughout, it's okay to respectfully unmute and ask. We rather you ask than not know what you're doing.
And the goal is, if I'm moving too fast, say, Jamar, slow it down. We want to end all on the same time. There's no one that's going to be left behind tonight, okay? And the recipe called for cremini mushrooms. It's mushroom season here in Oregon, so you can pick your favorite mushrooms to incorporate in this dish. The goal is to make this recipe your own. So while my oven is preheated, I'm going to go ahead and start prepping my acorn squash. So what I'm going to do is I always cut the ends off because everyone is not seasoned with a knife, but if I cut the end off, it allows me to sit my acorn squash up like this. So I have one hand and I'm going to slice Whoa.
Carefully.
Yes, carefully. Be careful. Fingers are important. And I know a lot of the chefs that are tuning in tonight have probably already prepped all of their stuff. So if not, here's what I am doing. I'm slicing it. Okay. And so what I have is I have a spoon and I'm going to basically scrape all of the insides out. Now, I don't know if anyone has experienced like roasted seeds before, but you can also like turn this into, take it a step further, you know. I have had them
like
with
pumpkin
chili
seeds?
pepper on them, like roasted. Yeah, you can eat them just like pumpkin seeds, but I've had them like with chili pepper on it. It's delicious. I'm already getting excited about this.
Me too.
Mm. And you're basically creating the boats in which our stuffing is going to go into. Now I have 4 acorn squash because I'm feeding my friends as well.
And Susan
But
asked to
I
make
just,
Jamar bigger. Susan, you have to do that. Up in the upper right-hand corner, click view and switch to speaker view. It's up to you how you view this. But if you click speaker view, Jamar will be full screen.
Oh, great. Thank you.
No problem.
and I always have whatever goes into my veggie stock. I have a bowl for that stuff for when I'm prepping, and then I also have a bowl just for composting. So it's like covering all of our bases. So I have my pan, my baking sheet, and I have parchment paper on here, mine. And you can have, if you would like to drizzle olive oil on here, you can. There's some feedback that I've been getting is they're like, well, I don't use olive oil, so you don't necessarily have to. But what we're gonna do is I'm gonna sprinkle a little pepper on mine, little pepper. Mm. And I'm gonna flip them upside down, where we have this side facing down. And this is how mine looks.
Oh, okay, upside down.
Okay. Yes. So I'm gonna place this in the oven.
Sorry, I have a question.
Shoot.
This is Kelly Western. So,
Hey, Kelly.
did you put olive oil on that? I think I missed something. My oven was beeping.
I didn't put olive oil on mine. If you would like to, no. If you would like to drizzle olive oil, you can. But those that do not prefer putting olive oil on it, because it can make it a little oily. So
Okay.
I'm choosing not to. And then, so while I already have those in there, I have a timer. When you're roasting, the most common thing, and I've found this out just by through trial and error, is I am really good at burning like my peanuts that I'm roasting, my walnuts that I'm roasting, you know, because it's something that you put in the oven and you're like, okay, I can give these 10 minutes, and then you come back to it and it's like, oh wow, what have I done? So I have found that I'm gonna roast my walnuts, and I have these on another cooking sheet. My walnuts, I'm gonna roast these for 4 minutes, and I'm gonna use the timer. So and I don't know if everyone else has a timer in their kitchen, but we will share this one.
All right, sounds good.
Oh, sorry. I am listening to Aretha Franklin yet again, Pandora Station.
Shamara said
in the
the
oven.
house smells great just because of the ingredients.
Hey, that's what we like to see, you know. Whoa. Okay. Minute 4. There we go.
All right. Put the walnuts are plain, right, Jamar?
Yes, the walnuts are plain. You can rough chop them if you would like to. I have mine whole, and then once I pull them out the oven, then I'm gonna rough chop because I'm gonna incorporate that into my stuffing.
Nice.
Okay, now now I have my pot. This is gonna be a 2-pot action. So the tempeh we're cooking separate. We're gonna cook the tempeh in its own pot, and then we're gonna cook all the vegetables in their own pot as well. What I have learned is because the mushrooms have so much moisture, it is really good. It's really good to sweat them. Sweat them first, and then start adding. We'll start adding the shallots and the leeks as well. The first time I cooked mushrooms here in the store, I did not realize that our deli manager loves mushrooms, and she's like, Jamar, haven't I taught you anything? So that comes straight from Cat. So I am adding my mushrooms on medium heat. And so it is mushroom season, so we do have, I had like the pick of litter. I literally like, there's chanterelles here, there's white chanterelles, there's lobsters, and it's like, okay, the recipe calls for a cup of mushrooms. Excuse me?
So 'tis the season.
'Tis the season.
I have
Okay.
a question. Do we put the acorn squash in the oven now?
Yes, go ahead and put the acorn squash in the oven.
Okay. How many minutes?
Let's do 30 minutes.
Okay.
We're gonna do for 30 minutes, but we're gonna test it out to make sure that it's all the way done. A good way of like making sure that your acorn squash is done before even flipping it over is if you like use a spoon and not like jab it in there, but if you push it, if you press the acorn squash and it goes in, that's when you know it's like perfectly ready.
Nice.
Thank you.
I gotta know who this little one is, this little chef to be.
Hello. Oh, this is Ryder.
Hi,
Say hi.
Ryder. Can you say hi?
Say hi. He
That's okay. Good to
is
see you.
enjoying this. Thank you.
So in one pan, I have my mushrooms. They are sweating right now. In the other pan, I'm going to add my olive oil because I am going to get my tempeh crispy. Now it's going to be crispy when you add them into the vegetables, and then it's just going to soak up all of the flavor. It is definitely a flavor absorbent. If you are familiar with cooking with tofu, it has the same properties. I love tempeh. It's one of my favorites. It's just just playing with it. It's really fun. So I'm gonna coat the bottom of my pan with olive oil. And make sure you're stirring your pot with the mushrooms.
So what all do you have in the mushroom pot? Mushrooms, oil?
So I just have mushrooms by themselves. I want to at least like get a lot of the moisture out of there first. And you can have this on low heat as long as you are keeping your mushrooms moving.
All right.
Okay, my timer's going off. Those are my walnuts.
All right. So if you guys put them in at the same time as Jamar, you need to check your walnuts.
I can already smell that they were like, okay, come get me. So I'm gonna let those cool down. Okay.
So do you add oil when you sweat the mushrooms?
No, what it is the mushrooms are gonna release a lot of moisture inside of them. So it's almost like steaming them. But you'll see as the mushrooms come up temp, you'll see that fumes are gonna be coming off of them. some steam, because all of the water that's inside of them is going away.
Okay. Good question, hon.
Okay. So I'm getting my pot hot for the tempeh to fry. I'm so excited about this. I've been dreaming I haven't necessarily been dreaming about it, but when it comes to like certain foods that I'm just like, okay, like this is what I need. And when it's cold, like it's cold outside, that gives me an excuse to make soup every day.
Yeah.
A different type of soup every day. My dad is like, Jamar, I'm over it. You know, I'm over it. Pick something different. Okay.
It's a good time for soup.
Yes, it is. And also, if you missed any of our cooking classes, they are on YouTube. It is a good way to like go back through if you have any questions about the recipes. And you can also come into the co-op and we can sit down, we can have a conversation about the foods, and we'll walk around the store and kind of create a recipe that you would like.
That's awesome. Appreciate that, Jamar. And you guys can find them if you just go on YouTube and look up Coos Bay Public Library. They're on our YouTube channel.
And we host them on our webpage as well. Now, are you seeing the difference with your mushrooms? Are you seeing the sweat on the mushrooms?
Is it supposed to be on medium heat or low heat?
I think
Yeah, let's do low heat.
Low heat,
Okay.
hon.
Low and slow.
Everybody have sweaty shrooms?
We're not barbecuing the mushrooms, but you know, they're delicate and you gotta take your time with it.
Definitely.
I'm looking at the bottom of my pan. It has a lot of moisture in it. Yes. Okay. Now I have olive oil in the bottom of my pot from my tempeh. So I'm gonna start adding them. And the thing about tempeh is that I would like to take my time with them. I like to get them crispy on all the sides. I cut them into blocks. Now the Surata tempeh package comes with two. I only use one of the tempehs. It refreezes really good. So if you're only cooking for yourself, you can actually keep going with this, you know. I also I had tempeh paste before. I don't know if anyone has ever had that before. It is delicious. It kind of makes you think of like vegan tuna fish. Really
interesting.
Awesome. Uh-huh. Hey, you know, working at the co-op and just being in a cooperative culture, it's like you learn so much. It
That's
actually
awesome.
gets you so interested in like all of these things. Like, okay. Especially for me, because I did not grow up with tempeh in the house, in my house. My mom cooks super southern.
I'm guessing most of us did not.
Yeah. Okay.
Everybody doing okay? Any questions for Jamar?
I'm sorry, I missed the tempeh. Are we putting that in the pan with the oil now? Okay,
Yeah.
thank you.
Good question, Jen. Thanks.
And so I have my whole pan at the bottom covered with each block of
Okay,
tempeh.
but nothing else yet. All the veggies go in later. Okay.
Yeah, all the veggies go in later.
Yeah. Good question.
And while this is while we're frying our tempeh and we're sweating our mushrooms, does everyone have their vegetables prepped?
They're what?
He has to have
vegetables. So we have
prepped.
leeks.
Yeah. Yes.
Oh, really? I have a feeling that y'all would because, like, This has been amazing, especially like everyone that has been with us from the very beginning. Just seeing like how y'all have progressed, and I'm like, oh, let's chop these things on camera, and y'all are like, Jamar, I already have everything. You need to like catch up. You know, that is really awesome to see.
It's amazing.
In this, yeah, in this recipe, we when I first sat down and was like, okay, what am I going to use? I really love introducing y'all to different vegetables other than your onions and, your celery. So this month we are using shallots. We are also using leeks. And so if I use leeks, shallots, there's no reason for me to bring in a whole yellow onion. It would just be kind of overpowering. I love the shallots because they're a lot more delicate than the regular onions. And then the leeks is just a fun thing that we typically do not grab because we're unexperienced with cooking with it. So today you are getting introduced to all of these things. So I remember to stir. Oh yes.
My wife makes an amazing potato leek soup.
Mm-hmm.
And don't forget, we're going to be giving 5 bags of that Cafe Mom coffee away for the best plating pictures afterwards.
So remember to take your time. I think eating with your eyes is super important, especially like if you're this is around the holiday season or whenever you're just cooking a meal for your family. You want them to get excited about what you spent an hour preparing. So take your time. There's no rush.
And additionally, don't forget to private message Zion your email address if you want 20% off herbs at the co-op through December 23rd.
So what I'm about to do right now is with my mushrooms, I'm going to drizzle a little olive oil at the bottom, and I'm going to start adding my vegetables that I've pressed. Now, say for instance, you're like, you know what? I would much rather stuff my acorn squash with wild rice. You can still use these same ingredients and just replace the tempeh with something that you are more comfortable with cooking.
Like rice?
Mm-hmm. Wild rice. There's so much. You can even add more vegetables into it. So I have my leeks.
So where did you put the olive oil just now?
I put the olive oil in the pot with the mushrooms.
Okay.
With the mushrooms.
And then I only drizzle. So if you want to start out with just like a tablespoon of olive oil.
So you're just drizzling it over the shrooms?
Yeah. And then I'm adding the other vegetables. So in this pot, I have my shallot, mushroom shallot. I also have my red bell pepper, and I also have the leeks.
The leeks, okay.
And you're gonna smell the flavor combination. It smells awesome. And we have not even added any of the seasonings yet.
Wow. I love it when Jamar looks into his potty stirring. It looks like he's meditating. Good job, Jamie.
I think it's important. The kitchen is like creating it can be super unfamiliar for a lot of folks that have not spent a lot of time in the kitchen. It can be really scary when it comes to cooking. But when you find like your safe place, whether it's the kitchen table or whether it's just, okay, I've had a long day. I'm about to go in the kitchen. Don't know what I'm going to create. I open the fridge and like, okay, let's put this together. Now, also, keep the tempeh moving around. We want to make sure the goal is to have it brown on all sides.
Cool.
So do I have that on medium heat?
Yeah.
Okay.
Yeah, tempeh on medium. Good question.
Hey, you're
Shamara,
the
Ryder, and
mushrooms
Flora
are-
said this is their first time using leeks and tempeh. Awesome. I think every month we have a first.
Yeah. I was working up next month's recipes yesterday, and I was like, okay, I know that right now I'm working with seasoned chefs, and I'm thinking of making the focus be holiday size, because we always can tackle the turkey. We always can tackle the tofurkeys or the celebration roast. The sides are something sometimes intimidating, like how do I make Brussels sprouts? How do I make mashed potatoes? How do what else I make? Oh, roasted veggies, you know? And not just like, well, yeah, you'll have to wait until that's released.
Nice. Coming soon.
Yes, definitely coming soon. Okay, now I'm gonna add my seasoning to the mushroom, to my veggies. So I have the granulated, the garlic granules. I also have smoked paprika, cumin, coriander, and black pepper. Now, if you do not want spiciness or a little spice, you do not have to add the cumin. Yet again, it's making it your own recipe.
Nice.
And I have not added salt until I actually combine all the flavors and then taste to see what is needed. But you only start with a little bit.
Okay. Nice. I want to remind everybody, we're going to be meeting a week early next month too, so we don't butt up against Christmas. So we're going to meet on the third Thursday in December as well.
Oh, wow.
Enough said.
Okay. Yeah, definitely. Now remember to keep the tempeh moving, okay?
Yeah, keep your tempeh moving. And if you guys were wondering what was missing last month, it was Jamar's carrot.
I did wear it. I don't know if you can see it. You know, it is one of my signatures.
I missed it.
Hey, most people like, where something's off, you know, and I'm like, yeah, my carrot.
It's all about the carrot.
It really is.
Totally.
Ooh, that just smells amazing.
Kristen said she's glad to see your face. She has to go for another Zoom call. Thanks, Kristen.
You know, it's always good to see you. Now let's check on our acorn squash.
Cool. Everybody check your squash. What are we checking for, Jamar?
We're checking to see if the skin is a little soft. Mine is not, so I'm gonna continue to let that cook.
Cool. Right on.
Okay. Now, so while I have everything cooking over here, I need to taste my veggies to see if salt is needed.
So everybody might want to taste their veggies, see if they need some salt.
I'm gonna add a little bit.
Start small, right?
Always start small, move it around, and then taste. Go back in, and if you need to add a little bit more, move it around and then taste. Whoa. I'm gonna add some more olive oil, just a drizzle. And while that is cooking, now I am going to go ahead and start prepping my walnuts. So I'm going to chop my walnuts, and I'm going to incorporate my walnuts into my veggies.
I don't know if my mushrooms are done sweating.
How does Han know if her shrooms are
Okay.
done sweating?
Did you add your veggies yet?
No.
Okay, so go ahead and add your veggies to it.
Okay.
Drizzle a little olive oil in there. Add your veggies. And then once you saute them a little bit, then you're gonna add your seasonings to it.
Okay. Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome. The goal is to all finish together. So
Yes.
don't be afraid to say, Jamar, slow it down. Okay.
Okay. I probably will be asking a lot more questions because
Please do, because everybody probably has the same questions.
Yeah.
So I'm grabbing my walnuts and I'm gonna lay them out on my cutting board and I'm gonna rough chop them.
So he's rough chopping the walnuts. It's funny, they sound like little crickets or something.
They smell really good, so you can sample them.
I
How's
definitely would.
everybody doing?
I'm a little behind with the veggies.
That's
Okay,
all right.
not a problem. Okay. My tempeh is almost golden brown. I'm adding my walnuts. Now, what I'm
Which
doing
pot are you
is
putting the walnuts in?
I'm adding the walnuts to my veggies, but I'm putting a little bit to the side because I'm gonna sprinkle some on top as well.
Ooh, okay. Save a little for later.
Yes.
Shamara Ryder and Flora said, "We are good, smells amazing."
So we're gonna keep tasting our veggies because we wanna make sure that everything is cooking evenly as well. And if you feel like I wanna add a little bit more smoked paprika or a little bit more coriander, please feel free to do that. The goal of this, as I reiterated, is to make it your own. And another thing is getting comfortable with using other seasonings as well.
Awesome. Everybody doing okay? Awesome.
Good, okay.
Yeah, everybody's real busy. What was that?
Still working on my veggies.
All right. No worries, Han.
Should I next time I do this, if I do it next time, should I come prepared with all the veggies chopped up?
It's not you do not have to necessarily come with the veggies chopped up. You can chop them right along with us. Some of our participants have already been here, so they come like well prepared. But hey, this is us cooking together, so we're doing just that.
Yeah.
So that means we're chopping onions together. If that means we're chopping mushrooms, we are doing this together.
Okay.
No worries,
Okay,
Han.
awesome.
Hey. What I'm gonna do now, because my tempeh is really golden brown, I'm gonna start adding my tempeh to my veggie mix.
So once your tempeh is golden brown, you're going to add it to your veggie mix.
And I'm taking my time. There's no rush.
Hey, Jamar, is there any kind of like sauce that would be good on top of this, like a yogurt sauce or anything like that?
If you wanted to make like a quick gravy, we can do that as well. You can do a yogurt sauce. I'm thinking, well, a yogurt sauce sounds really good.
Yeah.
Really good. Yeah.
I'll try it first and then see what
I was gonna say, just try a little bit because you never know.
Right.
Try a little. Hey, that just made me excited because it's like, we're thinking outside of the box. So try it. What all are you thinking about adding into the yogurt?
I don't know. Usually just a little lemon and pepper and
There you go.
but maybe some spice. I don't know. I'll have to try it and see what would be good.
Try it on the side first, Jen.
So add your bacon.
Yeah.
Add your bacon and then see what is missing. What's missing, and then we'll go with that. Yes.
So Susan had a good question. She asked if she could, if the photos have to be submitted today or if she can cook tomorrow and submit them. I think we can extend the photo deadline.
Yeah, definitely.
All right. Photos have to be in by tomorrow evening. How's that? Good question, Susan. Or should we just award it next week and give people a few days?
Yeah, I think giving folks a couple of days that are coming here to, because we want to at least give everybody a fair chance.
How about we give them through Monday?
Yes.
All right, so you guys all have until, let's say 5 p.m. Monday to get us your photos, and Tuesday or Wednesday, we'll let you know who won.
Hey, Paul.
Uh-huh.
How would you like us to submit our photos?
Oh, you can just email them to Jamar. I'll throw my email in here. Good question, Jamie.
Either one of us, I'm excited. Now I'm going over to check.
Oh, I only sent it to Susan. Hold on. I keep doing that. Okay, there's my email, everybody. Send me your photos. And if you have Jamar's email, go ahead and send it to him.
Okay, I am going to try this. I'm so excited. Okay.
Me too. I wish I could smell it.
Okay, so now I know you would think all of the things that we have as far as technology, and we don't have smell-o-vision. It's a necessary thing, okay? So now I have in my pot, I have my tempeh, I have leeks, I have scallions, I have the red bell pepper, mushrooms, and my tempeh. Everything is just incorporated. Now let's do another taste to see what is missing.
All right, give that a taste.
And if that means sprinkle the salt. Han, how are you doing?
I'm doing okay. I'm almost done chopping up my veggies.
Okay.
No worries. Don't worry, Han. We're gonna get you through this.
Yes, we are.
Sarah said this is more entertaining than any TV. Thanks, Sarah. That's what we're here for. Hang out with our community and have some fun. What are you doing, texting?
My music stopped.
Oh, no, okay.
I can't figure can't be in a silent kitchen, you know.
I know that. We would never ask you.
I always have some music on. I'm always dancing.
Any Aretha tonight?
Well, I was listening to that. I'm really excited. Okay, so this is what I'm thinking. I am thinking of taking dance lessons. When everything is over, me and Deb have been dancing on Monday night at the co-op. If anyone is interested in a dance party. So I'm thinking I'm actually gonna have to, actually do this.
As long as you let me broadcast it on Zoom.
No, you have to be there.
Definitely.
Be there or be square.
I want to be there.
Excited. Want my loving if you really do. Be ashamed, baby. Just ask. You know I'm gonna to you. I do. The walnuts just intensify the texture.
Nice. Gives it a little crunch.
Ain't no doubt. Yes. Baby, baby, baby. Love you, I love you. I love you. Baby, I love you.
I don't know, Sarah. I think this is the best part right here.
Okay. I don't mind. I'm gonna put my and make sure we're checking our Acorn Squash. How are you doing?
I'm doing good.
Awesome.
I'm pretty sure I have all my veggies chopped now.
Sweet.
Okay. Start adding your olive oil to your pot with your mushrooms because they've been sweating, and then start adding your veggies. Olive oil first, then veggies, and let's start stirring them around and getting them sauteed.
And
And
Han's
how
just
much oil?
drizzling some oil in there, right?
Let's start with a
Okay.
tablespoon.
Start with a tablespoon, Han.
Should she turn up the heat too?
Yeah. Thank you, Sue.
Susan's paying
So
attention.
I'm gonna add a little bit. Yes, I'm gonna add a little bit more cumin to mine.
So what should Han's heat be on?
Let's start with a medium heat because we're sauteing.
All right, medium
So
heat.
it was
Han.
low when we were sweating our mushrooms. Oh, sucky.
Sorry, I got
Hey.
kicked off. What happened?
Oh, where you
I was
at,
trying
Kelly?
to figure out how to use video.
Awesome. Good to see you, neighbor.
Where are you at, Kelly?
Hi.
Where you at, Kelly?
At home.
No, I mean with the recipe.
Oh, I'm still cooking the tempeh and the vegetables together.
So what did Kelly miss, Jamar?
Have you added your tempeh to your vegetables?
Yes.
Okay, so we're gonna start adding our we're gonna just keep moving them around, and we're gonna once they're combined, let's start tasting them and figure out. Have you added your seasonings yet?
Yes.
Okay. Once you combine those the tempeh and the vegetables, let's start tasting it and see what other seasons we need. We have not added salt yet. Hey, Bill. So to mine, I added a little bit more cumin and a little bit more coriander.
After you taste it?
Yeah.
So the squash are ready. I mean, the 30 minutes are up.
Okay,
Is the skin soft, Cindy?
I think so. Yeah. One. Yeah.
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 Okay. That means it's ready to go. Where else is everyone else's? Skin soft is good to go. Now, I took 2 acorn squash, so I'm gonna make sure all of mine are done. So if you with one side of your acorn, if you touch one, make sure you touch the other one. Make sure
Check 'em all.
everything is done. Yeah.
Cool.
Hey.
Check those squash.
Ooh. Woo. Okay. Now I pulled mine out. Han, have you checked on your acorn squash yet?
Yeah, but I could check it again.
Okay.
Excellent.
Remember to press it to make sure the skin is soft.
Check every one.
Yeah, they're not ready.
How long they been in there, Han?
Half an hour, 40 minutes.
Okay. Is the skin a little soft?
I don't know, they're still pretty firm.
Okay, then let yours cook a little bit longer. It's okay.
Okay.
No worries.
You're doing good.
Thank you.
Hey, you're welcome.
You're doing better than I would, Han. I'd be totally lost.
That's okay. I'm just pretending I know like that what I'm doing.
You're doing great.
So I have my plate like this. Jen, how did your sauce come out?
So far, so good, but I'm gonna wait and try it with the squash and see if it actually works.
Okay. And how did your squash
It's
come?
nearly there. One of them, they're 2 different varieties, so one of them is ready and one of them is not.
Yes. Okay.
Way to mix it up,
so I don't know if y'all in front
From
of
our
this, but yes, you do not.
Garden, so I had to take what I could get.
Yes. Now that is guarding the table, okay? But in front, you can use this recipe with any squash, any variety. As I was like prepping today, I was like, oh my gosh, this would be really good on like some tacos, you know, or something like that.
Nice.
I know me and Sue first met. We're talking about, I think it was sweet potato tacos when she came into the co-op.
Can't say I've ever had a sweet potato taco.
Hey, get out of your comfort zone. You gotta try stuff.
I hope you all know about squachos too. They're like squash nachos and they're really amazing. And if you Google it, you can find.
Oh, I'll definitely
really
look
good
that up. Awesome. Squashos, that's a new one.
Oh, wow. Okay. So the thing about it is, say for instance, you use olive oil sometimes when you're roasting squash, because you have them upside down, it will end up turning the edges way darker than you would really want it to be. So I use parchment paper so that way I don't have to worry about my stuff sticking or anything. I'm about to put them on my plate, but I'm gonna bring mine so that way you can see how they look.
Cool.
For your sympathy, I don't mind. That much to me. Ain't too proud to bed.
Susan said, I made a recipe for roasted sweet potato tacos. Delish.
Uh-huh.
Stephanie said, Jen for the win.
Hey. So that's how my squash looks.
Everybody see that? Ooh. They look good like that.
Yes, they do. And squash is just so good. You don't have to do too much to it. Say for instance, if you want to roast some squash and make some soup out of it, it's just real awesome. So, how you doing, hon?
I'm doing all right. I have another stupid question though.
No question is stupid.
Okay. How do I know when the vegetables are done sauteing?
Okay. Have you cooked your tempeh yet?
Yeah.
Okay, so what we're gonna do is once the tempeh is golden brown, you're gonna add your tempeh to your vegetables and you're gonna let them keep cooking. By the time the squash is ready, I guarantee you that your vegetables are gonna be good. But another rule of thumb, because this is a new recipe and you're using different seasonings, start tasting them. Start tasting your vegetables because you want to see if they're gonna start being tender. So taste your vegetables and then let's see what you're feeling.
Okay.
Okay.
And Patrick put a link in the chat for squashos. Thanks, Patrick.
Woo! Okay, now remember when we're plating, there is a contest going on. So we want to make sure like plating, I have my towel beside me so that way I can wipe the edges of my plate. Ooh, those look really, really, look at you. And so I'm gonna start filling mine up.
Jamie, can you show us again? I had it on speaker view. Nice work. Thank you.
I may have added some cheese just because I had to. Yeah, cheese.
Totally. Looks
Hey, it is your recipe.
cheese for Jamie, tzatziki for Jen.
Oh my gosh. Okay. So I am putting a lot because I first fill up each of them given at least an even amount in each one, and then I come back around because I want it to go like this, you know. Especially when you're entertaining, this is really something that a person can take home with them.
Yeah.
Oh. Loved by you. Okay.
Hey, Jamar,
Yes.
I think we're gonna sign off and go eat while ours is warm because it's all done. So
I knew you'd be first, Jamie.
Take a photo. Let me know how it is. Okay.
thank you guys so much for the class. We love it. We love you guys so much.
Likewise,
Hey,
Jamie.
thank
Thanks for
you.
coming.
Hannah, how are you doing? Did you try your vegetables?
Yes, and they were really good.
Okay. Okay. That is what I like to hear.
And I typically don't like bell peppers.
Awesome.
Really?
Yeah.
So it's
But
having.
now they're gonna
sometimes,
absorb
like,
all those
when-
other flavors.
Yeah.
Okay, so. And so I have some on my plate. I'm gonna make sure.
Thanks, Jamie.
Because I want this. I want this plate to be photogenic. You know, I want it to be really awesome. Make sure you are checking on your squash to make sure it's fully cooked.
Yeah. So does it have to be soft all the way around, or just some parts?
So when you put your spoon on it, and you can poke around. If that skin is going in a little bit, oh wow! If that skin is going in a little bit, then it's ready
Nice
to
work,
go.
Cindy.
Oh,
I actually took a different picture.
oh, you did?
Yeah, and then, but I just saw this camera, but it wasn't over the thing well, and I wasn't sure what I would get.
That looks awesome.
You can send more than one pic. We'll look at them all.
All right.
Thanks, Cindy.
Yeah, because I can't see what I'm taking the picture of until it's already done, and so
Sure.
yeah. So I'll send the other one.
Oh, those look awesome.
Good job, Patrick and Jen.
Good job. Good job.
And we like to get
And
the
I
pics
am
whether you win the
sprinkling-
coffee or not, so we can share them when we're advertising this program.
Yes.
Patrick said we don't qualify for the drawing, but we will send the pics. That's what you get for being the boss, man. All right, Kelly, take care. Thanks for coming.
So I put my walnuts on top as a garnish. This is how mine looks.
Nice. Stuffed to the gills. Thanks,
Yes,
Kelly.
it
Send us a
is.
pic.
Will do. Thank you. Bye.
Cool,
So
thanks. Bye, neighbor.
Bye. Thank you.
Kelly's
have
on the
you,
other side of this wall.
Have you squash out yet?
What was that?
Have you pulled your squash out yet?
It was still a little underdone. I don't know why it's taking so long to cook.
Hey,
But-
it's okay.
No worries.
have no
I had an
fun
oven like
degree?
that too, hon. I understand.
Yeah.
Wendy said, these different ones look so great. I can't wait to try this. Thanks, Jamar.
Hey, thank you. Thank you for coming.
Thanks, Wendy. Wendy asked if you ever microwave squash.
You can.
We're going to leave it at that.
Oh, sorry. Yes, you can. Hey, yes, you can. I have never did it, but I have heard that you can do it. I always just put them in the oven. I'm like a huge fan of roasting everything too. But you can always, I mean, there's so much you can do with a microwave, whatever you have.
I figure you might as well put them in the oven because you need to use all that time to prep everything else. Thanks, Sarah. Sarah said, we make the best co-host. Thank you. And thank you, Zion, for all the help.
I'm just so
Because Zion's here on her own time.
thank you.
And don't forget to private chat Zion your emails for that coupon.
Okay. Normally, this is like really funny because normally customers that are passing by. Zoe here at the co-op made quiet on the set. But normally when people are like walking past, they're like, oh, hey. And then it's like I'm cooking and then I'm talking as well because I have this thing where I can't walk past anyone without speaking. Or say hello. I just can't do it, so.
What do you mean? You're polite?
Yes, it definitely is the Southern in me. So if you go anywhere with me, just know that I'm everybody that wants, like, hey, how you doing? Oh, okay, so this is just awesome. So, Han, how are you doing?
I was just about to double check the squash.
Cool.
Okay.
Stephanie said, thank you so much. Jamar, you rock.
Hey, thank y'all for coming.
I think you're making him blush, Stephanie.
I know, please stop.
Thanks, Jen and Patrick.
Thank you. Make sure y'all send me the photos and let me know how your sauce came out.
Photos and I
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Oh,
Mara, Ryder, and Flora said, thank you. It was so much fun. Oh, Cindy, nice job.
Hey, thank y'all for coming.
Did it take a picture? Or is that it's just viewing it? Huh?
Oh, we're
Never
just
mind.
viewing it. Send us a picture.
Technology. Yeah, it's trying to get it where it work right. Okay, so did that come? I'll take a picture if that one didn't come.
Yeah, just take a
Anyway,
picture and
thanks.
email
I'm gonna
it to
go
us.
eat.
Thank you. I'll
Okay.
see you Saturday.
All right. Okay.
Thanks, Stacy. Yeah, don't let us keep you from your dinner. You're welcome, Susan. You too, Wendy.
Oh, that looks really awesome. Bye.
Kathy said, thank you. This was lovely. Can't wait to eat. Thanks, Kathy.
Hot.
I'm so glad you all loved it.
How we doing, Han?
Okay.
I think all of them are done except one.
Okay. That's why we check all of them because each one is different.
Yeah.
It's not like, oh, I put them in at the same time, they're gonna be right. No, go ahead and check every one of them.
Yeah.
But if you would like to, you can pull one. How many did you cook? You cooked 2?
Yeah, so there's 4 parts.
Okay. This is what I love to see. Someone, you're being adventurous.
Yes.
It's out of your element, so, and there's no stress.
Nope. We're here for you, Han.
Thank you.
Of course.
Hey, you're welcome.
But yeah, I'm definitely trying to do a lot more stuff. Like just experiment and like you said, get out of my comfort zone.
Awesome.
Get out of here. You have my contact information. If you have questions, we can definitely have a conversation about food, okay?
Thank you.
Hey,
You
you're
can
welcome.
probably find him at the co-op.
Han, aren't you in California? Yeah, Han is in California.
Yeah.
Oh, that's right. I forgot.
Yeah.
I remember that from that
Priscilla
last
is as well.
Bye, other Wendy.
Priscilla is from San Diego.
You're in San Diego, hon?
Priscilla, Wendy.
What's that?
So the other Wendy on here, the other Wendy on here is Priscilla.
Oh, okay.
Hi, everyone. I'm Priscilla.
Yes.
Hi, Priscilla.
Thank you so much. I was going to write it, but I thought, oh, why not? Since thank
Yeah,
you
thanks
so
for
much.
joining
I
us.
can't wait for the next one.
Cool.
Looking forward to it. Sides.
And remember, Priscilla, we usually do it on the fourth Thursday, but this month and next month, we're doing it on the third Thursday.
All right. Thank you. I'll be here.
Excellent.
Bye, everyone.
Bye,
Bye, Priscilla. Good to see you.
Man. Okay.
Did you put your walnuts and stuff on top?
Yes, I did.
Oh, I think I saw that. Yeah.
And I always slice mine up when I'm giving it out to the crew.
Okay.
Okay, so the 3 are definitely done. So
Okay.
I'm gonna stuff it now.
Okay.
Do it.
So
You can always
pull
stuff
them
the other
out
one
and you
later.
can
Just
start
save a
stuffing.
fourth of your stuffing. What's the matter? Doesn't look as pretty after you cut it?
Well, it looks really good because, okay, so with the squash, they turn a whole different color when you're roasting them.
Sure.
And so the darker it is, it almost feels like the sweeter it gets.
Oh,
So
right.
this one was a really small one, but you can tell it was just like really good.
Yum.
Oh yeah, and my Oregon friend couldn't make it because he works night shifts. So it's just me here.
That's all right.
Hey, no, it's okay.
Cool.
So did you
You're welcome
stuff
at
your,
all our
did you
library
stuff your-
events.
I
We don't care
did.
where you live.
I did.
Let me see.
Okay, let me flip the camera. There you are.
That looks
Nice
so
job.
awesome.
Thank you. Thank you.
You have to take a
Awesome.
photo and send it to me.
Okay. I don't think I'll qualify for the coffee, but I'll send you a picture.
Hey, you
Yes,
can qualify
please
for the
do.
copy. We'll send it to me on email.
Oh, really?
Yes.
Oh, okay.
Hey, for all you know, only 4 people send us photos and you automatically win. So you might as well try.
Yeah.
That's true.
I'll mail it to you.
Okay, so I'm gonna go eat. Thank you guys so much for hosting.
Please do.
Hey,
Thanks
hon,
for coming on.
awesome. Thank you.
Yeah, it was fun.
Hope to see you next month.
See you next month.
And
Yeah,
don't forget, you can
I think
contact
I'm gonna
Jamar
try.
ahead of time if you want to prep stuff ahead.
Okay, yeah. Yeah. Bye, guys.
Awesome. Have a good evening.
Bye.
Oh, thanks, Sarah. Sarah said, we love you all. Thank you for doing this. Our pleasure. Thanks for coming. That right there makes it worth
Hey,
it.
thank you for coming. Yeah.
Good job.
Hey, y'all. That was